And these are the educated people, apparently, who are doing this. Yeah. 7 Save-A-Lot stores close in Chicago food deserts. So it's already bad. Now, I used to shop at Save-A-Lot. It's kind of like Aldi's in essence. It was an outlet grocery store, predominantly in lower income areas, okay, where they call them food deserts, right? But at least it was something. They did have produce and, different products, probably older. Like I found RC Cola at a Save-A-Lot store. I was like, who sells RC Cola anymore? But they did. Just saying. And the sad part about it is they're closing. Nothing's coming to replace anything. So what are these people going to do? They're going to become desperate, and they're going to start going to the more affluent areas. Because here's the thing that evil never thinks about. It never thinks about tomorrow. It never has a plan. It just does stuff randomly. And when everything's destroyed, it's like, oops, we destroyed this. Yes, you did. All of these people, they're not going to go hungry. They're going to come for the people that have money. They are going to come to where the resources are. And you've already trained them really well how to be thieves and how to be demonstrative. What are you going to do? Like Chicago is truly, truly on fire. We need to definitely keep them in prayer. So now I really wanted to transition to all sides. And here is another Democrat that's running for Senate. So the seat that Plattner left, now the individuals that are running, they're just as extreme as he is, if not more extreme. So Maine Democrats turn to Troy Jackson after Plattner exits the Senate race. So former Maine Senate President, Troy Jackson is working to become the Democratic nominee challenging Senator Susan Collins. Okay. So I found a video that I wanted to share with you guys about Mr. Troy Jackson.
Here at the Hill, I'm here at the Maine Democratic Party Senate nominating convention here in Bangor, Maine. Lots of hubbub around me as a lot of delegates are choosing their candidate right now.
Troy was running against one other Democrat for the spot. And, despite the sense that this was going to be sort of wrapped up very quickly and maybe sort of anticlimactic, there's a lot of hubbub, a lot of energy being felt in this room right now.
I feel very good about it. I feel really good about Troy Jackson beating Susan Collins in November.
I think it's great. I think you see the momentum in this room. Troy is so popular. He puts in the work campaigning. He shows up all across Maine.
Troy Jackson invoked, healthcare, LGBTQ rights, women's reproductive rights, which is notable given that he was attacked on abortion on the campaign trail as a gubernatorial candidate. He also talked about the recent ICE-involved shooting in Bedford, Maine.
And stand up to Donald Trump and ICE when they attack our workers, terrorize our neighbors, and threaten the freedoms generations of us fought to secure.
You're seeing a lot of people holding up signs saying, "Retire Susan, no more concerns." That's been another theme that we've heard here as well. A lot of people attacking Senator Collins and using this theme of, we're tired of hearing a senator who has concerns but isn't really voting in the way that we think she should be on some of these key issues. At the same time, Democrats are also clear-eyed that Senator Collins will be tough to beat as Troy Jackson looks to make up a clear fundraising gap against the GOP senator, and with just 100 days to go.
Look, this is going to be a very close race. Susan Collins has the advantage of incumbency and a vast amount of money. Troy has the advantage of being on the right side of the issues and having a record of...
He just said that this man has an advantage of being on the right side of the issues. Okay, so you support men and women's sports. You support eliminating humans. That's the right side of the issue? That's the right side of the issue, guys, because as long as it's against Donald Trump and anything Donald Trump wants to do, they have such a disdain for this one person that they are willing to destroy the country. Like this is crazy. This is insane. I don't even know what to say.
Susan Collins that has changed over time that I'm sure that he will point out.
It's sad. It's nonsensical. Now, I also found an interview with Fidel Castro's daughter. Yeah. Obviously, she's not in Cuba. Okay. Obviously, she's here in America. Because, see, the only way communism works is if you are protected and you have money. If you are a part of the lower class, you're done. You don't have a life. Okay? Because, see, the odd part that nobody thinks about, what happens when the businesses are gone. Okay, the businesses are gone, so they're not paying taxes. No one's working, so they can't pay taxes. Where's the government getting any of this money? Help me. Math works, or it doesn't. That kind of math doesn't work. It doesn't work in any scenario. It doesn't work. But this is what people are pushing for. This is what they want. They want to destroy the billionaire class. Well, we can't have billionaires. Why not? A lot of the people that are billionaires are convincing everybody else to destroy the billionaires. They're not going to be destroyed. Or even the millionaires. They're not going to be destroyed either. Bernie Sanders. What are we talking about? We need to go after all of these rich people. You are the rich people, sir. Mandani, same thing. A lot of these people have very large bank accounts. Broke people aren't up here screaming for socialism. It is these, what did I call them? Trust fund socialists and cupcake communists. They don't know what it is. Go over and live in Cuba for a couple of years and then bring us back a report. Okay. But we're about to hear from Fidel Castro's daughter.
Daughter of Fidel Castro, and author 𝗬𝗀 Fernandez, and she's also the author of Castro's Daughter. Also with us, the host of the Alex Marlow Show, author of Breaking the Law, Alex Marlow, and with us as well, former DSA member Jake Altman. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
So, 𝗬𝗀, let's start off with you. You are now an outspoken critic of communism. For the young people out there that are romanticizing this notion of equality and that capitalism is the big bad boogeyman, what is your message to them?
Well, my speech started in the last century, so I've been outspoken for a little longer than from now. Well, my message is to discuss and have conversations about what they really know about socialism and communism. I must say that socialism, as stated by Lenin himself, is the first step to communism. So don't get fooled by the changing words or the softness of the words in advocating for democracy, because what they're doing is a very precise agenda that has been a long time on the making. And they received these instructions or these indoctrination already in the schools. So that's where you need to start, watching what you're learning in school and then think for yourself. Because really advocating for something that is obviously has failed so badly in so many countries and had costed so many millions of lives is definitely wrong.
Right, they keep saying, well, it just wasn't done the right way. This time we're going to do it the right way. How many times have we heard that, Alex? I mean, you know, AOC, she's kind of the ringleader of the Democrat Party. They're talking about her running for president. And she was asked by the Washington Examiner about the DSA's goal to abolish the Senate. And she said, quote, in part, I'm a House member. We all hate the Senate. What do you think about, I mean, who would have thought AOC